Welcome to Invicta Classics. This hour, we are going to break down Invicta and tell you why it is our #1 watch brand here at Evine. We're going to get into the details. It is going to be Invicta 101, and everything is available on 6 interest-free value pay. It's not just going to be me out here. It is going to be Invicta Ryan Johnson is here, Justin Zimmer is here as well. They're going to give you the 411 on all the details, but we're going to jump into what we have available for you this hour of Invicta Classics. Invicta, our #1 brand here at Evine for a reason. Quality, beautiful designs, and everything comes to you entrance-free, 6 value pay. Look at this. This is a great way to start your collection if you're brand new to us. It's a 40 millimeter. That's unisex. Women, men, great size for a pro diver. Automatic date stainless steel bracelet watch that can be sized. $99.99. Interest-free value pay over 6 months. You're wearing it, you're paying it off for $16.66. 659-121. Another option for you in this hour is the Speedway. Look at this beautiful two-tone design. The subdials are perfection. It's also a 40 millimeter Speedway Quartz Chronograph stainless steel bracelet watch for $89.99. $15 gets that home to you on a value pay. Reduce shipping and handling down to $2.99. It's time to start discovering what Invicta is all about. 659-102. The blue dial. Wow, this is pretty. This pro diver at a 42 millimeter automatic date stainless steel bracelet watch. This is a $269 watch. Your discover price today, $99.99. Wow, $16.66 on a value pay. Elegant in its design, two-tone bracelet, that blue dial and bezel just make it pop. 665-638 is how you order. Reduce shipping and handling to get it home. We are going to dive into the show. Truly dive.
There we go. I like that.
You like that little play on words? Here we go. We're going to start off with a 37 millimeter Pro Diver Quartz date stainless steel bracelet watch. $59.99. The option that we have available for you is a gold tone. Now today, for this discover price, it is 57% off. That's a saving of $79. But before we dive into the details, get it? Pro dive, dive. Got to introduce this wonderful person sitting next to me. Ryan Johnson is here. He is our Invicta Voyager. He is our Invicta expert. We call him Invicta Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
Good to see you.
Good to be here.
Great to be here, too. So, yes, this is a great show. We have a lot. If you're wondering about Invicta, you want to discover Invicta and find out about who we are, this is a perfect show to check out. So, we're known for some of the bigger timepieces out there, but we're going to really kind of stick to our classic, iconic pro diver design. So, if you're looking for yourself for the first time, if you're looking maybe to gift a couple watches to somebody coming up, this is definitely a show you want to stay tuned and really kind of learn that watch 101 and 101 about Invicta.
Well, we're going to dive into all the details with this watch. First of all, 37 millimeter, Ryan. That's great for him and her. It has a beautiful design. Can we walk through the dial, the bezel, and the combination in this gold tone?
Yes, of course. So this is called our Pro Diver, and this is our #1 selling what we call collection at the company amongst about 3 dozen different collections. We have a variety of different designs within the Pro Diver collection, but this is really classic. This is iconic, very similar to the watch that our CEO relaunched the company back in 1991. So, and one thing about Invicta too, I just want to tell everybody, is that we're all about exceptional quality at affordable prices. And you'll find that during this entire show here today. So what you're looking at is what we refer to as that diver style DNA that goes along for the case, how it molds, or how it tapers up towards the bracelet on the side. And then when you're looking at the bezel is black with the gold tone, along with the gold tone that we've applied for all the metalwork for the timepiece there. So it looks extremely luxurious, but again, you're getting a quality timepiece at a very affordable price.
It's easy to get on and off. You've got that deployant clasp. You can size this. But I want to talk a little bit about the Pro Diver.
Yes.
And how important that is to Invicta. And it's really kind of the launching pad of the brand.
Well, that's it. Pro Diver, as I mentioned, it's #1 across the board for us as a company. And in terms of customers getting into their very first Invicta watch, a majority of them go into the Pro Diver collection, just such as me, Justin, as you. You'll meet Justin here in just a moment. But yes, it's a watch I find to be extremely versatile. So you can take this watch, you can, in my opinion, you can dress this watch up. You can wear this with a suit, but then if you just want to be casual with a white or black t-shirt, some cool jeans, and just wear that watch, I think this watch totally delivers also.
I also think a 37 millimeter is a great place to start. If you're brand new to us for Invicta and you want to try and see what everyone's talking about, when you buy Invicta from us, you get in on the community, exclusive offers, special pricing, watches that you can't find anywhere else. And once you get your first Invicta watch home, you'll see the quality that Ryan is talking about. You'll see the difference, why people keep coming back for more watches one after the other because of this kind of level of engineering.
Yes, so we're all about craftsmanship and quality at affordable prices, and this watch definitely speaks testament to who we are as a company.
656-961. This is a $139 watch that you can get home for $59.99. That is a 57% savings. You're saving today $79. Is this the one that you want to jump in for the first time? Join us. Join the Invicta family.
Yeah.
656-961. It's a lot of fun. Ryan and Justin, the whole team here at Invicta. It's about quality, passion, different designs. Coming up in about 6 minutes from now, very limited quantities on this Pro Diver, an automatic date stainless steel bracelet watch done in that great two-tone dial, that bezel, $99.99 or $16.66 on a value pay. 659-116 is how you get that home. And in about 4 minutes, coming up, another Pro Diver. This bracelet watch is a $159 watch that you can get home for $99.99 or $16.66 on a value pay. 259-122. I do want to mention the toolkit that we have available. If you add that on to any watch purchase, you will save $10 off of this toolkit. It will go down to $9.99. Zippered watch toolkit. Add it on. Here's the number, 636-124. And you can size your watches at home. You get that home for $9.99. That's a great value.
It's a great way to be able to size all your different watches.
We're going to hop into our next sell, another Pro Diver. This is a 38 millimeter. Now we want to go up just 1 millimeter. It's a bracelet, stainless steel, for $59.99 or $10 on a value pay. Reduced shipping and handling gets that home. This is a savings, 57% off. You're saving $79 if you order and check out now. 630-765. We've even made the offer sweeter. We have reduced shipping and handling. You can get this home for $299 shipping and handling. Great color combination. We have it in the gold tone, but it's so much more than gold. We've got that blue combination on the bezel and the dial.
I absolutely love this color combination. That gold tone in blue is truly iconic in terms of the watch industry. And if what we refer to this at the company is that Invicta blue. It's that deeper, richer blue. It almost radiates a little bit of a purple when you're looking on the inside of the dial. And that radiation that you see, we call it that sun ray pattern. That's a part of the timepiece.
You can see how the light reflects.
Correct. Now this watch is the same build as the watch we just had before, that 38 millimeters. We have a little magnification window over at that 3 o'clock position on the crystal. That allows you to be able to read the calendar dates of the month very, very easily.
I love that.
Yes.
Option, that feature.
And then in terms of the movement on the inside, there are 2 different movements you'll find during the course of the show. This type of movement is what we refer to as a quartz movement, meaning it's a battery-operated timepiece. Some of the watches we'll see a little bit later on are called mechanical automatics. They don't have a battery, and you can wind them up, and by simply wearing them will keep the watch wound up. So advantages to both of those out there. But with this, same design, we have that gold tone that's been applied to all the metalwork for the timepiece. We have that beautiful blue on the inside of the dial, and then we include in luminescent property for each individual hour marker on the inside, and also fully fill for both the hour and the minute hand. And so what the luminescence does is it will charge up with the artificial light like we have in the studio here, or the daylight if you're outside or in your home office, that artificial light. It'll actually absorb that. And then when you get in a low lit situation, dark room, it gets a little bit darker out, it'll actually glow, and you can still tell the time within this watch.
I love that. Glows in the dark. You can see it. And it's the design that I think is that classic look. 38 millimeter, again, good for men and women. It sits so sleekly on the wrist. This is a watch, don't you think, Ryan, with that color combination of the gold and blue, simply elevates your look, your outfit when you're wearing this watch.
Absolutely.
It makes a
I mean,
presence.
you have all those different accessories out there. You know, why not have a timepiece also to just complement everything within your wardrobe? And if somebody looks at you and they see this watch, they're not going to think that you just brought this watch home on a $10 value pay.
No one's gonna know.
No one is going to know.
It
But the
looks
thing is,
rich, it looks expensive.
get the quality that goes along.
We have another watch professional in the studio. Justin Zimmer is here. He's over at the monitor. We're going to jump over to Justin and hear what he has to say about this Pro Diver. Justin, what do you think?
I would appreciate it. I would say Justin Zimmer right here, other watch professional.
Do you like that
If we could have
intro?
that, if we could have that right by, for my name, I think I would be good.
I'm going to call you, he is definitely a watch professional.
Other watch professional.
Yes.
Oh, other.
All right, so we're going to blow this up on the big screen and really see the beauty of what Invicta is. Now, this is a really cool timepiece if it's your first Invicta watch. Keep in mind, if you've seen some of our other shows, we have a lot of different styles. It can be daunting. Where do I start? How do I start my Invicta collection? This is where you start, right here. Pro Diver design, classic, iconic from the early 90s. It's not only a dive style watch, which means it'll never go out of style. You can wear this all the time, doesn't matter, what situation, but it's also built to true professional dive specifications. This is why I'm not just calling it a dive style watch. This is ultimately built to true professional dive specifications. What does that mean? Commonly, at prices like these, you'll get watches that are like 5 atmospheres, maybe 10 atmospheres. When you get to 20, that's a little bit over 600 feet. That means once the crown is screwed down properly, that means you could take it swimming, scuba diving, snorkeling, anything. But ultimately, when we talk about water resistance, keep in mind, it's about the elevated quality. So you're entering into the Invicta quality right here, the world of Invicta quality in this Pro Diver.
It is beauty, it is brains. You can have fun with this. Take this on your adventures, but you need to order it in order to experience it. 630-765-5999 or $10 on a value pay. That's a savings of $79 today to get that watch home. Still to come, it is the 40mm Pro Diver automatic date stainless steel bracelet watch. Do you see how we're building sizes? Started with the 47, went to the 37, went to the 38. Now we're at the 40mm. We're building the Invicta Pro Diver story here at $99.99. That's a almost $60 watch, so great savings there. Another 40mm is the stainless steel bracelet watch automatic date Pro Diver, $99.99, $16.66 on a value pay, $659,115. But the word there, the warning, limited quantities. You cannot rest or snooze on any of these because I do not want them to sell out, so you miss out. So please call in, check out. Here we go. We have a 2-minute special, so this is going to be fast and furious. It is the 40mm Pro Diver automatic date stainless steel bracelet watch for $99.99, 37% off. You save $59 when you get this home today. We have it in the silver tone, but we're going to get into the details because the color combination on the bezel is red and blue.
Yes, well, we have that Invicta blue for the dial on the inside, and the top hemisphere of the bezel actually is in that blue, and then the bottom in the red. Some people in the industry refer to as that sort of soda pop or that cola sort of flavor that you get along with the bezel. And what the bezel does too is it's a scalped edge that goes along, and we have a scalped edge bezel with the Pro Divers, and we also have a coin edge, which we'll get into in a little bit. But you see the same sort of style and design on the inside of the dial, along with the hour hand, along with the minute hand also on the inside. And you'll see that gliding second hand. Yeah. And you'll see that it's not moving 1 step per second. It's actually moving 6 times or 6 steps every single second. And that's because this movement is different than the movements we saw before. This is what's called a mechanical automatic movement.
Okay.
So you can wind up the watch via the crown, but then when you flip the watch over and you show the case back, you'll be able to see there is what we call an exhibition window, which you can see that case back, and that little yellow thing on the back, it's on a ball bearing system. It's called a rotor or a counterweight. Just by the general movement of your wrist, that will turn in either direction. And when that's turning, it'll actually self-wind the watch for you. That's hence the term automatic.
I like that we get that automatic movement and we get that showcase in the back. We already have to wrap. I said it was going to be fast or furious. Here's how you get it home. 659-122. Save $59 at 37% off at $99.99. Maybe this is the watch. Which watch is it going to be, or which watches are you going to start your collection with us today here at Invicta, the #1 watch brand here at the network for a reason. Quality, diversion, and complexity of styles. If you love the watch that you just saw and you want to get that red and black option, this is your chance to do it with this watch. Here's the number, 659-115, a 40 millimeter. But this time, we're doing it in the silver tone, but around the bezel, we have the black and the red. So a little bit of a different feel with this watch.
Yeah, a little bit of a different color change on this. And again, we have so many different colors and varieties out there. We come out with nearly 5,000 different models of watches every single year. And every watch that you've seen during the course of the show is its own individual model. Now, this watch also has that sweeping second hand. This is that automatic movement that's included in for this timepiece for you. So some people might not like the blue that goes along with the red. Here's a great option. We're talking about that black and silver tone and red just on the lower hemisphere of the bezel here that will rotate around, and you can use that as a timing device. So I'd be happy to show that here for you in a second.
And I love that, we're looking at 600 to, what's the dive specs on that one?
Yeah, so this watch is 200 meters of water resistance. That means it's a professional dive watch. So that's what the minimum requirement that you need to have. Now, here's the thing. Once you get this watch home, or if you're gifting it to somebody, and the second hand isn't moving, that's just because there isn't any power stored up inside of the watch. So what you need to do is you unscrew, this is called the crown. You unscrew the crown counterclockwise, and once you do, it will pop out to what we call position 1. You just turn this clockwise, maybe about 10-15 times, and once you do, you'll see that second hand start to move. Then, just as any other watch, you just pull out the crown another click. You can adjust the date if you want, and then you can pull the crown out all the way and then adjust the time. Now, in terms of the screw down, we're talking about the level of water resistance.
Yes.
So if you want to push this in and then you turn, it'll actually catch onto the threads, and then you'll screw this down finger tight. What that allows then is for the watch to be that water resistance of 200 meters that goes along with the watch. So yes, even for this price, with an automatic movement, as you'll see right here that goes along with the watch, this movement has to be put together. This watch has to be assembled by hand. There's not a machine out there that can actually do that. You can see some of the different components that are starting to move on the inside of the timepiece there. That's actually called the balance wheel that's a part of it. And the 24 jewels. There's actually a jewel right in the middle right there that is put in strategic parts of the movement so metal isn't rubbing on metal and prolongs the life.
I'm seeing, look at this, all stainless steel.
Yep.
I mean, that really speaks to the quality of the construction and what kind of build that Invicta gives you.
Well, that's it. We use a premium stainless steel. Other watch companies, you'll find, even at this price point, they'll use what's called a mystery metal because it's a mystery. Nobody knows what kind of metal it actually is.
A mystery metal?
Yep, that mystery metal. But look,
and we know what that does to your skin.
That's right. So here's the deal. Here's a watch on my wrist. 40 millimeters is a classic gentleman's size. 40 millimeters is a modern lady size. 40 millimeters is even something that teens can wear. I think this is just really a universal size amongst anybody out there. I've even seen some gentlemen that are 6'5", weigh 350 pounds. They love wearing a 40 millimeter Pro Diver because that's just what they want. And we have the variety out there to accommodate our customers' needs.
I like that this can be a gift for the men in your life. It can be a gift for the women in your life. It is a really great color combination of black and red, giving it that neutrality. And you can't go wrong with silver tone. That can be your everyday watch. Think about the events that you have coming up. Is someone graduating? Is there a birthday? Someone's anniversary. An Invicta watch is such a great gift to give, especially at this price point at $99.99. That's a savings of $59. Here's your chance to experience what Invicta is all about and why customers keep coming back. And if you go to Evine.com, you can look at all the 5-star reviews our watches have. You can see all of the Invicta watches if you go to Evine.com. Shop the entire assortment. And look at this, we've done it by percentage off. If you're looking for 70% off, yes, we have web exclusives starting at $49.99. And if you want to explore Invicta, go into that boutique. We've got great photos and you can see everybody sharing their Invicta watches and their stories. It truly is a part of a community when you shop Invicta with Evine. We have exclusive offers, special pricing. We have watches that you won't find anywhere else. So that's the beauty of shopping Invicta here at Evine. And I always love shopping Invicta at Evine because we have 6 value pays. You can get this 40mm Pro Diver stainless steel bracelet watch home for $16.66 on a value pay. So how that works is you get it home, $16.66, you pay shipping and tax, and then over the next 6 months, you pay it off interest-free. You're wearing your watch, you're enjoying your watch while you pay it off. Here's the number, 659-121 is how you order. We're gonna get into this next watch. Now, if you like the previous watches, you're ordering this as the silver tone. The other 2 were a dual color. Now, if you wanna get it in a sleek color combination, black dial, black bezel, this is how you do it. The amazing thing is that you can get this timepiece, this level of quality, water resistant up to 200 meters for $16.66 on a value pay. Ryan, that's almost unheard of for the quality that you're getting.
Yeah, well, this is, if you're a little bit overwhelmed, you're like, well, I like some of the colors, maybe I don't want to stay in some of the colors. This is it. This is really basically the first design we ever came out with at the company. Just a couple slight modifications, 40mm Pro Diver, automatic that's been done. Professional dive watch at 200 meters, all stainless steel, the black bezel, and also the black dial. This is iconic, classic Invicta that you're looking at right here.
Well, the Pro Diver has a really interesting story with Invicta starting in 1991.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we've been around 182 years, since 1837. We did, like many other Swiss mechanical companies, we did go dormant for a couple of decades. But then our current CEO, he brought back the company in 1991, and he brought it out with an iconic Pro Diver, very, very similar to this one, as you'll see right here. So this is really what he based the company on. And still today, the Pro Diver, a 40mm Pro Diver, automatic with a black bezel and black dial, is still one of our top selling watches continuously.
So Ryan, if someone was new, they're watching Invicta at Evine for the first time, would you suggest that a Pro Diver is a great place to start?
I would suggest a Pro Diver is a wonderful place to start. And I would say this one right here really, is at the top here. I mean, all the watches we've shown and all the watches we will show during the course of this hour are absolutely phenomenal. But this right here, this is iconic. This is true Invicta right here, as you'll see with this color combination being, it really was the first watch that we came out with in 1991.
You can get your first Invicta watch at a savings of $59 on a value pay for $16.66, under $100. If you're thinking of that person you want to gift them their first Invicta, this is a great watch to start because it is monochromatic. You can't go wrong with the silver and black. Ryan, I think this could go really dressy if you were wearing a suit, you're wearing a little black dress, or it could just be your everyday go-to watch.
Well, that's the thing too. And here's what's interesting. If you're just watching the show for the first time tonight, I'm going to say something and you might think I'm crazy, and I probably am in some regards, but...
I like your crazy though.
But
that's why we love Ryan.
Here's the deal, is if you're getting your first Invicta watch tonight, thank you so much, and congratulations and welcome to the family. Here's another thing, is you have 50% chance or even greater to own 10 or more watches from us. That is a statistic from us because we can deliver quality timepieces, affordable prices. People love what we can design out there and the prices that we actually can deliver them to you for.
That's why people keep coming back. If you go to our website and read some of the reviews, we have an Invicta following. There's some people out there, hundreds of watches that they've got from us because they got the fever. They got it home. This is on a bracelet. This can be sized. We also have that sizing kit. If you want to add it on, you will save $10 off the sizing kit. Just jump in. Maybe this is the watch. 659-121 is how you get that 40mm Pro Diver home. Now we're going to go into a different angle. We're going to step it up to the Speedway. This is a Quartz Chronograph stainless steel bracelet watch. We have it available in the black. This is so sleek, sophisticated in the finish of that stainless steel. 659-107, it's $89.99, 35% off. Today, your savings, $49. And we have reduced shipping and handling to get this to your door. Tell me about the Speedway.
Yeah, so first of all, the Pro Diver, as I mentioned, that was the first watch that AL relaunched the company with. That was the first collection back in 1991, and that's a lot of history right there. The Speedway was the second design or the second collection that he actually came out with. And so there's a deep, rich history that goes along with the speedometer also. And so you're getting the same size of a timepiece there at that 40 millimeters, that sweet spot, that modern lady size, that classic gentleman size. But this watch is different in terms of a little bit of the build of the case design that goes along with the timepiece, and then also just some of the features that are included in with the bezel and also with the dial.
Okay, I'm going to put the watch down, and we're going to jump over to our good friend, Justin Zimmer is standing by.
Other watch expert.
Other watch expert. Oh,
expert.
he's never going to let me live that down. But we're going to go over to him, and he's going to walk us through and dive into this watch and show us all the features.
Yeah, so another thing I want to talk about real quick too, this was the first time that we really dressed up that Pro Diver design. So you're taking Pro Diver to the next level, and bezel design, you have the tachymeter scale commonly on the Speedway. This is generation 1. This is really where it all started. Now, I think this is the only item we're going to have during this hour that features the flame fusion crystal. Everything before this was done in a mineral. Flame fusion is another material that we've developed over the years, many years. It gives you not only an impact resistant surface like mineral, but adds on top of that a scratch resistance to it. This is an extremely upgraded material. For those of you just joining us, the crystal is the window that is protecting the dial on this piece. And then we have that chronograph. Now that's an ability to track elapsed time. Ryan will probably show that to you here in just a minute. It's an analog stopwatch that you can utilize. Also on the inside, it's powered by a quartz watch, a quartz movement. So when we start talking about quartz movements, it's powered by a battery, controlled by an electronic module. So previously we've seen a lot of mechanical automatics. That's gears, levers, springs on the inside. This one is going to be, for the most part, more accurate. All you really have to do is change the battery every couple of years. You get it home, you set the complications like your date, your time, you're wearing this timepiece. Another thing you're going to see, we've seen a lot of silver tone. Now you're into the black ionic plating, really gives it a completely different look. And like all other watches, these are serious that you've seen so far, built to true professional dive specifications. Remember, not just a measurement of diving, swimming, scuba diving, ultimately the structural integrity of the case design, the quality of how it's put together, including the materials, all solid premium stainless steel, definitely a steal tonight. Back over to the other watch guests.
All right.
There we go.
That was excellent, Ryan. Thanks for diving in. I mean, truly giving us a 101 on watch basics and what it means to get all of the specifications that we're getting with this Speedway. Ryan, take this over for a second. When he was talking about that flame fusion crystal, I think that's really important for us. When we get out about our day and live our life, we don't have to worry about that crystal.
I refer to it really as that ultimate crystal out there. It's got that impact resistance of the mineral crystal, that scratch resistance of the sapphire crystal, all fused together in terms of really that ultimate crystal that's going to protect the dial of the timepiece there for you. One final thing too is if you look on the inside, I actually operated the chronograph. Justin was mentioning that before. Chronograph is simply a stopwatch feature that goes along inside, in which right down here, this is your seconds that go along for the stopwatch or the chronograph, 60-minute timer. Now I can hit stop and I can hit reset, and everything then just goes back simply to that 0 mark on the inside.
The texture on the inside, the dial, the ion plating, is that what we call it?
Black ionic plating.
Black ionic plating makes it sleek and sexy. You can get it home for $15 on a value pay. Yeah, this is how you do it for $89.99, 659-107. If you don't want the black ionic plating, we do have another option in the gold tone. Now you're getting 2 tones, silver tone, gold tone, still getting that intricate dial for $89.99 or $15 on a value pay. Reduced shipping and handling. It's a savings of $79, 653-127. We're going to take a look at this beauty now, again with the Speedway, but we're getting a different look.
Right, same design, same build that we just had with the black version, but this is that 2-tone. And I like the two-tone that goes along with that black for the dial, and you can see that texture that goes along.
I love that texture.
I think it looks elegant. I think it just looks extremely sophisticated. And I'll tell you, it doesn't look like $89.99 that you spent on your wrist. It looks like it's much more.
I totally agree, Ryan, because you look up at your TV screen, look at the complications, look at the dial, the detail, and $15 on a value pay. It's unheard of. 653-127 is how you order this. But the Speedway, like you said, another important model for Invicta.
Yes, classic, historic that goes along with Invicta. Now, with most of the Speedways, you'll see the bezel. That's the part that goes around. You'll see all those different numbers. That actually is a tachymeter scale, and a tachymeter scale can actually measure speed over a certain unit of distance. So it's actually quite cool to be able to have.
So when I'm running super fast?
When you're running super fast, as long as you know where you got from, point A to point B, that's how many units then you ran or whatever you jogged in that over that course of time. So in addition to that, there's what we call, if we go back into the dial, you'll be able to see we have what we call 3 different subdials, complications, or registers. And what those all indicate to you are right over here. This is your 24-hour scale. So this measures your military times. And this is technically reading 11:20 p.m. because we're coming right up close to the 0 hour. Now, at the chronograph, this is your 60-second timer for your chronograph, and with 1 full revolution on the chronograph, then this minute hand will actually tick forward. So you can time up to 1 hour with this timepiece. So if you're at the meter maid, parking in the public, or if you are meeting someone and say, hey, you know what, let's meet here in 20 minutes, you can set that chronograph, and then you can always kind of keep track of that elapsed time.
I'm going to hand this over to you. I want to just show you what it looks like on the wrist and what you can expect when you get this home. We always have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you get your watch home and for some reason you haven't fallen in love with it or it's not your style, you can always send it back to us. So really, it's risk-free shopping when you're shopping Invicta here at Evine. It looks great on the wrist, Ryan.
Yeah, I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. However, the bracelet will extend out to about an 8.5, 8 3/4 inch wrist. So a wide variety of wrist sizes can get into this watch. But professional dive watch, in addition to that 200 meters, again, love that gold tone, silver tone, and also the black then for the dial.
The dial has so much texture to it, and I think that just adds to how expensive this watch looks. It's an $169 watch that you can get for a Discover price of $89.99. That's a savings of $79. Whether it's your first Invicta watch or you're adding to your collection or maybe you're gifting Invicta, it's a fabulous way to get it home on a value pay. $15. 653-127. Now, we saw the black dial in the last 2 watches. We're going to move forward with the Speedway with a white dial. For me, I think this is perfect for the ladies if you love that clean, crisp look. You don't have to worry about your metals with your other jewelry because you are ordering it as the two-tone. 659-102. Again, $89 for a spectacular Speedway watch. But this, what do you think about this white dial?
I like the white dial too. We don't do as many white dials, I think, as we should. We do a lot of black dials and blue dials, gold tone dials. But we actually have some very fun colors too amongst the Invicta collection. Purple and orange and yellow and
so many fun colors.
Yes. But here, white, again, classic in design, just gives a very crisp and fresh look, I think, on the wrist when we're talking about that white dial. Same design, same movement that we have operated. This one is also operated on a battery. So that's what Justin is referring to as that quartz movement. Extremely accurate and reliable. And here's the thing, if you set this watch down, and you set it down for, a week or 2 weeks or whatever, you pick it up, it's still holding very accurate time. With the mechanical automatics we showed a little bit earlier in the Pro Divers.
Can we show that again?
It will run for about 40 hours and then it'll run out of power. There's nothing wrong with that watch, but you just have to give it power again for the automatic versions. This one will always be running for the life of the battery.
So you know that you've got that great timepiece. It's going to stay with you. You've got all of the crown pushers on the side. Can we walk through what each one does?
Sure. So what I'm going to show you is this is the crown right here. So this will adjust both the date and the time, and you actually have to unscrew that. Then what we can do is you can unscrew the function pushers right here, And that leads to that level of water resistance we were talking about before, 200 meters. And so if I want to start that chronograph, I can do so. So I can hit start, and you'll look right down at the very bottom of the dial, right here. That is moving right now. So that is part of that, that chronograph. So one full revolution, this will actually move one step forward. But I can hit stop, this is my start stop, and that's my reset. But then if you're going to go into the water, you always want to make sure that both your function pushers and your crown are all screwed down finger tight, because
So
then
now
so
you have
there's
that
no
water
chance of water actually going inside of the timepiece.
Ryan is standing by, Justin is standing by the monitor, and we're going to get a little closer look of this Speedway. Now we're looking at it with the white dial. What do you think, Justin?
Design, the last time that you saw me at the monitor, it was done in black ionic plating. Here with the gold tone and the silver tone and that crisp white dial, by the way, it's really dressing it up. You can see how the different colors and different variations are really cool for different things throughout the day. You're going to notice this is what's called a 3-link design. Each one solid. It gives you ultimate and flexibility and comfort on this one. You're going to notice the dial work has really cool guilloche inspired texture that's been done. That's a high-end design that's been done on this piece. And Ryan was just showing you, how the movement works. Now, that's specific to this watch because the movement will be done in a caliber. Now, each specific caliber will have hands that do different things. So you're noticing when he started the chronograph down at the 6 o'clock, that's what activated that hand with the function pusher at the 2 o'clock. The larger hand, which we commonly think of as your second hand, will always be moving. But with other calibers, those are hands you have to start. So once again, it's specific to the watch that you're seeing right here. Now, once again, built to true professional dive specifications. The watches we've been showing you, the prices that you have seen are absolutely unheard of, guys. These are absolutely beautiful designs. Screw down crown, even when you hear that, and this is what Ryan was demonstrating, you know you're into something more special, not just a baseline type watch. When you have screw down function pushers and crown, that gives you that ultimate quality that we've been speaking about. Now you're gonna have that trit night, so that will glow very bright during low light situations. That's done on the hands in the hour markers. Now trit night, keep in mind, is a material that's proprietary to us at Invicta. It's something that we've developed over many years using various illuminating pigments that allows your timepiece to glow in the dark. Here's what's cool. You don't have to find a button, hit that button to make it glow. You just wear your watch. You simply wear your watch outside of natural sunlight, inside under artificial light, and it charges that material. Then in the dark, low light situations, it releases that charge and it glows. Speedway design, absolute perfection on this piece.
Ooh,
back over to you.
Speedway. That was fast, furious, detailed. Thanks, Justin, for giving us the 411 on the inside of the Speedway. If this is the time you're thinking, I'm going to do this, I want to do it in the white dial, I recommend a value pay. $15 gets this home. You break it up, interest-free over the next 6 months. Maybe this is your first Invicta, and all of the details that Justin just went over, yours for $15. Here's the number, 659102. That looks really great. I love it against your white shirt.
That's what I thought also. And that's what a lot of collectors do with, they get that first Invicta and it might be this, but then they'll think like, well, I want to wear a black shirt. I'm going to get a black dial, or my favorite color is blue. I want to have some blue on the timepiece. So if you go to Evine's website, we have thousands and thousands of different designs out there. If you just click on one item, usually there are about 2 or 3 different options available just underneath that one item number out there. So, we probably have anywhere between 4,000 and 5,000, 6,000 watches of different models on Evine's website at any given time.
Evine.com is a great resource for Invicta. Here's how you get this watch home. 659102, $89.99. Get it home on a value pay, $15. You just pay shipping and tax, and then interest-free over the next 6 months. You're enjoying your watch while you're paying it off. We're in the middle of an Invicta Classics hour. We are breaking down every watch, what it's made of, how it works, really giving you Invicta 101. Invicta, of course, is our #1 watch brand here at Evine. And we had a Pro Diver. Here's a Pro Diver coming up, 47 millimeter. Our next watch, 47 millimeter Pro Diver automatic stainless steel bracelet watch. It's $119.99. This is gold tone. 659-125, but here is the update, very limited quantities. You can get these home on a value pay of $20. Right now, tonight, it is a savings of $179 for a Pro Diver.
Yes, so this is a Pro Diver, but it's a different style, different design within the Pro Diver collection. We refer to this as the Grand Diver. And with the Grand Diver, it's called the Grand because we brought up the size from that 40 millimeter, typical 40 millimeter to 47 millimeters. Now, if you don't speak metric, that's okay. 47 millimeters equates out to 2 inches in terms of case diameter. You'll see the Grand Diver logo right there. It's both north and south of the case in that first link of the bracelet that you'll find. Now, another thing too is this dial material on the inside. We haven't had this yet during the course of the show. And it's actually mother of pearl. Wow. So it's a beautiful organic material derived from the oceans, obviously. And it shows off these little orients or a color shift depending on how the light is actually going along on the inside of the timepiece. Now notice, everything on this watch has the gold tone. And it looks absolutely elegant on the wrist. I'd love to put it on my wrist and show what it looks like here.
I'm going to hand this over to Ryan.
A couple other things that you're getting along with this watch is you're getting that upgraded water resistance. So the Pro Divers we were showing before in the Speedway were 200 meters. This is above and beyond professional dive specs at 300 meters. So over engineering in a sense what we can really do here even when it comes to a timepiece at this price. But you'll see too, the larger hands, the larger hour markers in comparison to that 40 millimeter we showed a little bit earlier. That classic 3-link design with that polished center link and the satin outer links that have been done. And of course, with that mechanical automatic movement, we also include in that window on the back of the timepiece. And we also upgrade the clasp enclosure here too. This is a beautiful buy. This is luxury for under $120.
And a beautiful buy at a big savings. This is almost a $300 watch that you can get at home for $119.99. It's a savings of $179. Yeah. Gold tone, sophisticated, elevated look, a bold look, mother of pearl dial that you can get home for $20 on a value pay. 659-125 is how you get that Grand Diver home. That mother of pearl catches the light, luminescent, pretty, and a great combination with that gold tone. Here we go. We're going to look at it in a different style. This is going to be your two-tone, 47 millimeter Grand Diver. Discover price $119.99, $20 on a value pay, 659-130. Now we're getting a beautiful color combination here. Gold tone, and then we're getting the rose gold tone on the bracelet and that bezel.
Yes, so we have the whole watch that has either that gold tone or rose tone that's been applied to it. Same design we had before, however, the dial on the inside is a little more that champagne color that you'll find. But same movement is that NH35A, which is a mechanical automatic movement. There's no battery inside of this watch. You still, with this elegance, get that 300 meters of water resistance that's associated. Now, one difference too is all the bracelet is highly polished. The last watch we just showed has actually, the last watch we showed has a satin finish that goes along with the high polish finish. This is all high polish for the entire bracelet of the timepiece, which I think adds a little bit more of that elegant factor.
It does. I just had to shine it up because I had my big messy fingers on it because it is that high polished. It's shiny, it's bright. I want to put this on. So this is a 47 millimeter. I love this for the ladies, especially in the two-tone. With that rose tone gold, rose tone around the bezel, and I don't know if we can see, do you see that color combination? It's really subtle, but you have that rose tone in between the gold tone, making it very pretty. Love that color combination.
Yes, the rose tone for the center links, rose tone going around for the bezel, then the rest of the watch is actually done in that gold tone. Now, women can definitely size up to 47 millimeters. That's 2 inches in terms of the case diameter. The profile or the height sitting up from the wrist jumps up about 5-6 millimeters to 17 millimeters, which is 3/4 of an inch rising up from your wrist. So do I think this is oversized? No. I think it's a great go-to size for men. I still think it's a size that women can jump up to quite easily out there if you want to have something noticeable on your wrist. Now, if you don't want people to ask you about a timepiece on your wrist, I would say maybe stay back in that silver tone area because, I mean, with all the gold tone that you'll find on this,
when you walk into the room, people are
captures
going to stop
attention.
you. So
Yes.
if you are not comfortable, people giving you compliments, maybe this isn't the watch for you. But if you want to grab that attention, especially for the ladies, 47 millimeter in this style, it's that boyfriend watch. It can be a little bit looser, a little bit more loose on the bracelet. You can layer it up with other bracelets. I think this is the way you do a feminine Grin Diver, 47 millimeter. You agree?
Yeah, I think you definitely can. I mean, definitely.
It's
I mean, it's
cool.
unisex. It looks fantastic on the wrist. You get some upgrades too when you're talking about the Grin Diver. We saw the solid link design that goes for it. You get the upgraded clasp enclosure, the upgraded water resistance to 300 meters. And there are also what we call solid end links on the back of the watch there that incorporate the bracelet into that last link. If you turn just a little bit to an angle there,
There you go.
the last link that you'll see going into the case of the timepiece actually is a solid link, and that's a big upgrade too for the watch.
Wow, I love the way this looks. I'm going to pass it over to Ryan. I had it on my wrist, but I want to see what it looks
Sure.
like on Ryan. 659-130, $20 on a value pay. Big savings here, $179 if you take advantage of this Discover price. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm seeing
Who wore
you.
it better?
I don't. Oh gosh,
Well,
call in.
One glove, Jeff. What do you think?
Who wore it better?
Remember who's buying you lunch?
He's not willing to decide. This is what I see. When you put that on your wrist, Ryan, I'm seeing summertime, maybe a bright colored button down in pink. Do you like to wear bold colors? Or are you a neutral guy?
Say that?
Do you like wearing bold colors like a pink or an orange or
I
a
will on
purple,
occasion,
a
yeah.
lavender?
I will on occasion, yes.
Like that. I think that's for a really fun, bright, bold colored button down top. That's what I'm seeing. Shirt, 659-130. I guess for the guys, I wouldn't say top. I would say shirt. But for the
Probably.
ladies, I'm going to say top.
You agree, John? Okay.
Okay. Shirt for the guys, top for the ladies. There we go. Another option for you, we have it available in the gold tone. Now, here you're gonna get the same watch, different look, a little bit of an elevated flare. I'm gonna pass it over to Ryan to put on because now we get to see different ways to look at it, how you're gonna wear it. 659-131, it's $119.99, again, value pay. Interest-free, over 6 months, you get this timepiece home for $20. For some reason, if you haven't fallen in love at Evine, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Get it back to us. Just get it home at the savings. Now we have it in the gold tone.
Yeah, here we refer to it as that monochromatic look, and we're taking really that gold tone for all the different aspects of the watch. You can see on the bracelet, it is that classic design, the satin finish or that brushed finish for the outer links, the high polish finish for the center links, and notice then too, the rest of the watch then is brightly polished going all the way around on the side of the case, and then the top is a satin finish. And again, we still include that Grin Diver logo right there at the first link of the timepiece. And then when you're looking on the inside, it's that mechanical automatic movement again. So you get that sweeping second hand. You get the magnification window so you can easily read the calendar date of the month. And then one thing too I'll show you is the unidirectional rotating bezel. Actually, I'm gonna sit the watch down for 1 second on the ped here.
Yeah.
So you can see what this actually does. So how the unidirectional rotating bezel works, and this has been for all the watches except for the Speedways during the show, you actually turn, this is your 0 mark. So you see all these numbers going around, that's 20 minutes, helps you dictate the time. But you can rotate the bezel and you take the 0 mark and you line it up with the minute hand. That is your start point. So let's just say for time's sake here, time is elapsing right now. So we're just going along and now all of a sudden I see this hand, it's pointing to right here. So 21 minutes has elapsed because that's how you read it on the bezel, because down here, that was your starting point. So you can continue then to see how much time has elapsed. You know, it's been 50 minutes. I need to go meet Jess back at the store at the mall.
Coffee house.
Coffee house, whatever it happens
Ryan's
to be.
buying me coffee. I really appreciate that you described how that works because, you know, I've had a watch that had universal directional bezel, and I don't know, I think it sounds fun when I'm playing around with it. But we're diving into the 101, the basics of Invicta this hour. because we want you, if you're brand new, to see what this brand is all about. The quality, the level of engineering that goes into each piece. And the Grin Diver is a great way to do that. We have Justin Zimmer. He is standing by over at the
You believe
monitor.
this? I'm just seeing myself for the first time this
Hi,
morning.
Justin.
I'm seeing myself for the
How
first
do you
time.
feel over there? Is that
And
okay?
I don't know. Apparently, we need makeup in here if we got that. Ryan, I want you to stay very still. Do not move.
He is so good, Ryan.
Do not move.
Ryan is a
Thank you.
professional.
Now we're into something really cool. Now a lot of these items are those pieces where if you've never tried Invicta quality before, get into these watches. But what you're looking at is a Grin Diver. We're talking about collectors that have been following us for a very long time. This is a go-to piece for them. So if you want to step up into a classic collection that's a time-tested, proven design, it's right here. Grin Diver, taking Pro Diver design from that 40 millimeters from the early 90s, growing it to almost 50 millimeters. 47 millimeters to be exact. Now, the vast majority of exciting styles that we produce at Invicta in this range right here. So you're getting into a bigger, bolder design. But at the same time, you have that machine on the inside, mechanical, automatic, gears, levers, springs working together to give you that accurate time. Quite honestly, you know what powers this watch? You do. All you do is wear this watch, it spins that rotor, winds up what's called the mainspring, and then the regulated release drives all the mechanics of this build. This one too, I know we've been talking about water resistance. I think Ryan has been talking about it as well. I wasn't paying attention here, so I think he probably was again. 30 atmospheres. That's even more than the watches previously. The Pro Diver is commonly 20. This is 30, 1,000 feet of water resistance. And if you want to dress it up, check out gold tone, dial, gold tone case. That's an absolute knockout piece.
It's a must at a $20 value pay, interest-free over 6 months, 659-131, limited quantities. Take advantage of that Discover price. You will save $179. Getting into our next watch, 42 millimeter, another Grin Diver, different look. Automatic date, stainless steel bracelet watch for $99.99. Now we're getting that look of that Pro Diver under $100, $269. It's a $269 watch for $1666 on a value pay. Available in this elegant two-tone. Ryan, I want to ask you about this bracelet design and the multiple links.
Yeah, just a different bracelet design that we typically have for a Pro Diver out there. Again, we want to change things up at the company. We're always designing and engineering and creating things new out there because we want to keep things fresh for our customer base for it. So what I like is it's a two-tone. It's a two-tone with that Invicta blue that you're getting. Very iconic in terms of those 3 different color combinations with our timepieces, and our collector base absolutely loves it.
Wow. And then, okay, so not only is the bracelet exceptional, it's so slinky.
Yeah,
The
very
way
fluid.
It hugs on the wrist and just finds that comfort fit. Then let's dive in to the rest of the watch and the color combination.
Yeah, a little bit of a different bezel on this timepiece. We refer to this as our OB bezel, original bezel design.
Oh!
And that's what you're getting. And so it will still rotate, you can still use it. And it actually says on the case back, OB.
All right.
Yep, original bezel on some of the timepieces there.
Very
because
cool.
we go with the scalloped edges sometimes, but our customers have really said, you know what, we want to see some more of the original bezel designs again, and this is definitely one of those.
There it is. You can see that beautiful bracelet. We got the OB bezel, the original bezel, and again, the dial. Do you see how it reflects the light, the sunburst design? I love what that does for this entire watch. It really elevates the entire look. It looks very expensive. I would never guess if someone walked into the room, when you walk into the room, that you got this for under $100.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's exceptional quality what you're getting with Invicta. We use premium materials that go along with it. And of course, it's a professional dive watch at 200 meters.
Woo! Get it for under $100. 665-611 is the item number. That's a savings of $169 for that Discover price. Ooh, a brand new color combination here for you. Look at this Pro Diver with that blue bezel and the blue dial. Again, under $100 at $99.99, $1666 on a value pay. This is the first time that we've seen this watch on air, and that's pretty exciting. Here's the number, 665-638-1666 on a value pay.
Yeah, see, this watch is gorgeous. And again, I believe at this size, classic gentleman size, 42 millimeters. It's about 1.75 inches in terms of case diameter. Can be worn by the men, can be worn by the women. Again, we have that original bezel design. We have that iconic Pro Diver design on the inside of the dial with a little date magnification window at that 3 o'clock position. But still, you're getting that water resistance of 200 meters. Professional dive watch with this timepiece. Here you get to see that beautiful bracelet, multi-link bracelet design with the gold tone that's been applied to the center links, and they're highly polished as opposed to the outer links that are done in that silver tone and satin polish that goes along. But I mean, sheer elegance and design and quality for under that $100 mark.
We're saving $169 when you get it at this Discover price. So think about this. Is this the watch that maybe gets you into Invicta for the first time? It's the Pro Diver. It's iconic for Invicta. And why you shop Invicta here at Evine? Well, we have 6 value pays. That means you can get it home for $16.66. You pay it off interest-free over 6 months. You become a part of the Invicta community. We've got the Invicta Cruise. Ryan and Justin just got back from that in February. There is a huge online community when you join us with Invicta. We have exclusive pricing. We also have exclusive silhouettes. So we have watches sometimes that you cannot find anywhere else. So that's the beauty of shopping Invicta here at Evine. We're going to go over to Justin. He's at the monitor, and we're going to dive inside.
Ryan, I'm telling you, hold that still.
Yeah.
Oh. We're
So
not
good.
Even,
He's just
we're
Ryan's such a
we're not even
professional.
doing that shot right now. Good job, though, Ryan.
Thank you.
Real quick, so we're taking that Pro Diver that you've seen from the beginning of the show, classic silhouette. That's the case design. And typically you'll get into a coin edge or a scalloped edge bezel. This is what Ryan's talking about. But this is the essence of what Pro Diver is. That will never go out of style. What we're really switching up is that 3-piece design on the band. You know, we were talking about that 3-piece design. Here you have a multiple piece, a 5-link design that gives you a ultimate in flexibility. I mean, if you want to get into a watch that is extremely comfortable, this is the one. But it's also dressing it up again with the two-tone look, with the silver tone, the gold tone. By the way, whenever you have gold tone mixed with blue, it's an absolute knockout. Now, all the pieces tonight, though, built to an extreme degree of quality. This one, too, built to professional dive specifications, also a mechanical automatic. Now, if you're just joining us, mechanical automatic in the collector world typically is elevated quality. That's what they look for because of the theory of what's happening on the inside. It's a machine. So if you're just joining us, that means gears, levers, springs, everything working in unison, and all you have to do to power this watch is to just wear it. So you never have to worry about swapping out a battery because one does not exist on the inside of this piece. It's done perfectly, selectively in the gold tone on the bezel, the 3 links done in the gold tone. You're going to notice on that crown as well. It's an absolute stunning watch that'll work for everybody. Guys, gals, not a problem whatsoever. Back
I like
over to
that you said that, Justin. Guys, gals, everybody will love this watch.
Right.
I'm into fashion. I like what watches do for your entire outfit. I've got a little white dress on. The blue pops, and then that gold, the two-tone, really brings the look together. So if you're thinking about giving this as a gift to the lady in your life, or you're buying it for yourself, it's not going to fight with the jewelry that you have. I have silver tone jewelry on. You can wear gold tone. This is a perfect gift-giving opportunity. Think about what's coming up in your life. Are there birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, somebody you know that needs a great gift and you're kind of stumped? This is the gift that you give to somebody who has everything.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic design. I love the color combination. It reminds me of my first Invicta watch. It was a two-tone with that blue bezel and blue dial.
It's exceptional. I love the color combination. It's like diving into the sea with that two-tone. 665-638-1666 on a value pay. We also had the 42mm Pro Diver stainless steel bracelet watch. This is coming up right now. This time, we're diving into what Invicta is all about. Invicta likes to be bold, take chances with the color combination. Look at this Pro Diver. You're getting the black bezel and you get the black and green bezel. You don't often see that. 665, 605. Let's talk about what Invicta does with color.
Well, we love color. We're known for a lot of things. We're known for larger timepieces. We're known for the variety that we come out with, thousands and thousands of different models every single year. But we also love to celebrate color. And the color that you'll find in this is green. A lot of watch companies in the industry will actually shy away from greens and reds and yellows and purples, and those are actually colors we totally embrace
They can't
at the
handle
company.
the truth.
That's right, and our customers love it. You know, just even when you're looking at it, the green perpetual seconds that's just gliding along there, that matches that lower half of that unidirectional rotating bezel.
Look how slinky this bracelet is. Now we saw it in the two-tone. Now we're getting the multiple links done in a gold tone. It just feels like liquid gold on your wrist. It's absolutely stunning in that stainless steel gold tone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so it's not only on the front of the bracelet, but it's also on the back of the bracelet is what you'll find that gold tone too. So multi-link design. And if you want to have a little bit of a drape, you can, remember we were talking about before, you can always use the sizing kit. You can go to your local jeweler and they can size it for you, but it's great also for you to just get into your own sizing toolkit out there, because you get the satisfaction of adjusting it on your own there too, and you get to learn how to do it. It's actually quite simple.
That green, very interesting. It just pops off of this watch. You know what, maybe green, maybe it's your sporting team. Maybe you have someone, your dad, your brother, a friend, you have the same sporting team that has green as their logo or a part of their team colors. I think this is a great gift to give. $99.99, $16.66 on a value pay. This is a $269 watch. You are saving $169 today when you order 665-605. What do you think about that for your favorite sports teams?
Yeah.
Green.
Are you talking about Wisconsin professional football?
I am talking about Wisconsin professional football. I'm also speaking about Minnesota professional hockey. What else? What else has green? Anybody?
See, now Big John is kind of thinking,
John,
oh,
you got something?
don't say
High school mascot? What was
that?
it?
Green Devils.
Oh,
The
okay.
Green Devils?
Green Devils.
I like that.
There we go.
Are the Whalers, the Hartford Whalers, still around? I used to love that logo. I don't think they are, though. Anybody? No. Quiet here in the studio. Just me and my own personal
Just
party.
crickets.
665-605 stainless steel bracelet watch. But this is your chance to get that Pro Diver with the green accents. That's really cool.
I like it.
It's very unexpected. The final watch of the hour. Now's your chance to get that Pro Diver automatic date stainless steel bracelet watch at under $100, $16.66 on a value pay. This time you can get it in the gold tone. 665-636. I'm going to hand it over to Ryan because I want to see it on your wrist. We're talking 42 millimeter. What do you think about that case size for someone who is new to watches, maybe Invicta? Tell me about the 42
Well, 42 millimeter, I mean, I think it's a fantastic size to maybe get your first watch to, but what happens typically is you progress into larger timepieces. So I think this would be fantastic. For under that $100 mark, you get that mechanical automatic movement. You get the gold tone that's been applied to all the timepiece here for you, and you get the beautiful bracelet design, as you'll see, all done in the gold tone. One final thing I do want to show you with the bracelet we haven't mentioned during the course of the show is that we actually included what's called micro adjustments. Because sometimes, and this is on all the watches, is sometimes if you take out a link, the watch might be too tight. You put the link back in, it's going to be just a little bit too loose for you. You can actually adjust with the micro adjustments right here to get that absolute perfect fit and feel on your wrist.
I love that detail because then you can get that perfect fit. I have a question. If someone's new and we're looking at the description, automatic, what does that mean?
So during the course of the show, we've had two different types of movements. We've had quartz movements, which are battery-operated movements. You don't have to do any winding. They just wind. They just keep operating for the life of the battery. But then an automatic. This is technically a mechanical automatic because there's no battery on the inside. The mechanical portion is you can turn the crown and wind up the timepiece. Otherwise, when you're wearing the timepiece, the general movement of your wrist, whether you're driving a car, going for a walk, on your computer, turns that yellow component, which is called the rotor, and that is self-winding the watch automatically.
Self-winding, under $100. You're saving $169 today. 665-636. Remember, always a value pay. $16.66 interest-free over the next 6 months gets this watch to your door. We always have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If there isn't something that you haven't fallen in love with, send it back to us. Let's take a walk down the memory lane of this hour that we've had together. Thank you for joining us for Invicta Classics. We really had a great detailed dive inside all of the watches, including this 40mm Pro Diver automatic date bracelet watch under $100 at $99.99, 659-121. If you're looking for a two-tone story, look at this beautiful, classy Speedway. The subdials are phenomenal. The detail on the dial gives you texture. All of that for $89.99 or $15 on a value pay, 659-102. Remember, bracelets can be sized. We also have a toolkit available. If you get it, you will save $10 off of the toolkit. What if this is where you want to begin? This 42mm classic look in this Pro Diver, $99.99, under $100, 665-637 gets that beautiful two-tone bracelet and that bright blue bezel and dial home. I want to thank Ryan Johnson. We have Justin Zimmer was fabulous over at the monitor. I don't know where he is now, but I want to thank you for joining us. Stay tuned. More Evine coming up next.